If you're over 50, 60, or even 80 years old, and lately you've been feeling like your muscles aren't what they used to be, that your legs shake a little when you stand up, or that climbing those stairs at home has become like climbing a mountain, I want you to know something. You're not alone in this. And you know what? There's a simple vegetable, so simple that you probably walked right past it at the grocery store last week, that can help you recover that strength you feel you've lost. But here's what most people don't know. And this is why I need you to stay with me until the very end of this video. There's a secret about how and when to consume this vegetable that multiplies its benefits by 10. It's information that Helen discovered by chance, but it made all the difference between mediocre results and a complete transformation. If you leave this video before the end, you'll miss exactly the piece that's missing from your health puzzle. Today I want to talk with you about something that's happening to millions of women like us, especially after 60. Maybe you've noticed that you've been feeling more tired than usual, or that your legs don't seem to have the same steadiness as before. Climbing stairs leaves you breathless, and getting up from the couch, well, sometimes you need a little extra help, right? And if you're honest with yourself, you might have noticed that your arms and legs seem a little thinner than they were a few years ago. Look, this has a name, sarcopenia. It's the natural muscle loss that happens with age. But listen carefully to what I'm going to tell you. This doesn't have to be your destiny. Muscle loss isn't just part of aging. It's a warning from your body. And Helen Thompson, a 71-year-old lady from Missouri, discovered a surprising way to turn things around. More importantly, she discovered the secret I'm going to share with you at the end of this video, a specific method that completely transformed her results. Helen had always been an active woman. She worked for 35 years as a teacher, raised 3 children, and until age 65, she climbed stairs without thinking twice. But something started changing silently. First, she noticed she needed to hold the handrail when going upstairs. Then, carrying groceries from the store became harder. In no time, Helen realized she was avoiding activities that used to be part of her daily routine. What Helen didn't know is that she was facing something that affects more than 50 million people in the United States. Sarcopenia. This word might sound complicated, but what it represents is devastatingly simple. It's the progressive loss of muscle mass and strength that happens with aging. By age 60, we've already lost about 10% of our muscle mass. By 70, this loss can reach 30%. And here's what's most frightening. Most people accept this as a natural part of aging. But Helen was about to discover that this doesn't have to be the case. After a medical consultation where she discovered that her muscle strength had decreased significantly, Helen decided she wasn't going to accept this situation passively. She began researching nutrition and healthy aging. That's when she discovered something fascinating. Scientific studies showed that certain vegetables could reverse age-related muscle loss. Among all the foods researched, one stood out impressively: spinach. It's not just coincidence that Popeye chose spinach as a source of strength. Modern science is proving that this dark green vegetable really does have extraordinary properties for muscle health. Helen was intrigued, but also skeptical. How could something so simple make such a difference? The answer lay in the unique nutrients present in spinach, which work like a natural pharmacy for our muscles. Spinach contains a powerful combination of nutrients that work in synergy to strengthen our muscles and improve our overall health. First, we have magnesium, an essential mineral that participates in more than 300 biochemical reactions in our body, including muscle contraction and relaxation. Many people over 50 have magnesium deficiency without knowing it, which contributes to muscle weakness and cramps. Spinach is one of the best natural sources of this mineral. Then we have potassium, fundamental for neuromuscular function and maintaining healthy blood pressure. One serving of spinach provides more potassium than a banana, but what really makes spinach special are the natural nitrates. These compounds convert to nitric oxide in our body, improving blood circulation and oxygen transport to muscles. It's like giving your body's nutrient delivery system an upgrade. The vitamin K present in spinach also plays a crucial role. Besides being essential for bone health, something fundamental for preventing fractures in case of falls, vitamin K is also involved in the synthesis of proteins that strengthen our muscles. Helen began to understand that spinach wasn't just any vegetable, but rather a superfood especially beneficial for people her age. The antioxidants present in spinach, like lutein and beta-carotene, combat chronic inflammation that contributes to muscle loss. It's like having a cleaning crew constantly working to keep your muscles healthy and functional. But the real proof would come with the results Helen began to see after a few weeks of regularly including spinach in her diet. Helen decided to incorporate spinach into her daily routine in simple and practical ways. Every morning, she prepared a green smoothie with spinach, banana, and almond milk. At lunch, she added fresh spinach to her salads. At dinner, she sautéed spinach with garlic as a side dish. In just 3 weeks, Helen noticed she was waking up with more energy. After a month, she realized that climbing stairs was getting easier. At 2 months, her grandchildren commented that Grandma was stronger when she picked them up. But the most emotional moment came at 3 months. Helen was able to carry all her groceries at once, something she hadn't done in more than 2 years. The results Helen experienced weren't coincidence, nor placebo effect. Studies published in renowned scientific journals confirm exactly what she lived through. Research conducted with more than 3,000 participants showed that elderly people who consumed vegetables rich in nitrates, like spinach, had 11% greater leg muscle strength compared to those who consumed fewer of these vegetables. Another study demonstrated that regular spinach consumption improved walking speed and hand grip strength in adults over 65 without the need for additional intense exercise. Researchers were impressed with the simplicity of the intervention and the magnitude of the results. Helen was literally eating her way back to strength and vitality. And you, watching this video, can do exactly the same thing. If this story is touching your heart and you see value in this information, I invite you to subscribe to our channel. Your subscription helps us tremendously to continue bringing content that can transform lives, just as Helen's story is transforming your perspective right now. Helen learned that consistency was more important than quantity. She didn't need to eat pounds of spinach per day. 1 cup of fresh spinach or half a cup of cooked spinach daily already provided all the benefits she needed. To make consumption more varied and enjoyable, Helen developed her own recipes. In the morning, her favorite green smoothie included 1 cup of spinach, half a banana, half a cup of blueberries, almond milk, and a teaspoon of honey. The taste was surprisingly sweet and refreshing. For lunch, she created colorful salads combining fresh spinach with cherry tomatoes, cucumber, walnuts, and a simple vinaigrette of olive oil and lemon. At dinner, her favorite dish was spinach omelet with cottage cheese, which besides being delicious, provided extra protein to support muscle building. Helen also discovered that adding spinach to soups and stews was an easy way to increase the nutritional value of meals without significantly altering the taste. However, Helen learned something very important about food safety that every person taking medication should know. Spinach is rich in vitamin K, which can interfere with anticoagulant medications like warfarin. Helen had the wisdom to consult her doctor before making significant changes to her diet. Her doctor advised her to maintain consistent vitamin K intake and regularly monitor her coagulation tests. For people taking anticoagulants, this doesn't mean they can't eat spinach, but rather that they need to do so consciously and with medical supervision. Consistency is key. If you decide to include spinach in your daily diet, maintain this routine and inform your doctor so they can adjust medication if necessary. Helen discovered that this open communication with her doctor not only ensured her safety, but also impressed the professional with her improved health results. What impressed Helen most was discovering that modern science is finally validating what our ancestors already knew intuitively, that food can be our medicine. Researchers at Edith Cowan University in Australia followed more than 1,400 women for 14 years and discovered that those who regularly consumed vegetables rich in nitrates, especially spinach, had significantly stronger bones and lower fracture risk. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition showed that nitrates from spinach improve muscular efficiency, making muscles consume less oxygen during physical activities, essentially making the body more energy efficient. Another fascinating study revealed that elderly people who consumed spinach regularly showed better cognitive function, probably due to increased cerebral blood flow provided by nitrates. Helen realized she wasn't just strengthening her muscles, but also protecting her brain and bones. Research also showed that antioxidants in spinach, particularly lutein, protect against age-related macular degeneration, helping preserve vision. For Helen, this was a revelation. A single food was benefiting multiple aspects of her health simultaneously. Studies confirmed that people like Helen, who incorporated spinach into their diets after age 70, still experienced significant improvements in strength, balance, and energy. This proved it's never too late to start taking better care of yourself. Science was showing that aging with health and vitality isn't just luck or genetics. It's a choice we can make every day through the foods we put on our plate. If you're feeling inspired by Helen's journey, leave a comment below telling us which part of the story touched you most. Your comments not only motivate us, but can inspire other people going through similar situations. One of the most important aspects of Helen's transformation was the improvement in her balance and stability. Falls are one of the main causes of serious injuries in people over 65, and Helen had developed a real fear of falling that limited her activities. After 3 months of regularly consuming spinach, she noticed she felt more stable when walking, more confident when getting up from chairs, and less hesitant when climbing stairs. This wasn't imagination. Studies show that improved leg muscle strength, provided by spinach nutrients, is directly related to reduced fall risk. The magnesium in spinach improves neuromuscular coordination, while potassium optimizes the function of nerves that control balance. Helen also noticed that her circulation had improved significantly. Her hands and feet, which used to get cold frequently, now stayed warm even on cooler days. This happened because the nitrates in spinach improved her peripheral blood circulation. Helen's energy also increased dramatically. She returned to taking morning walks in the park near her house, something she had abandoned 2 years ago. Her friends commented that she seemed to have become herself again. Helen realized that recovering her physical strength had also recovered her confidence and independence. She returned to driving to more distant places, resumed her volunteer activities at church, and even started caring for her small garden again. Helen's quality of life improved in all aspects, physical, emotional, and social. She understood that sarcopenia wasn't just about weak muscles, but about how muscle weakness impacts our entire life experience. By strengthening her muscles with something as simple as spinach, Helen had regained her freedom and her joy of living. And most inspiring of all, Helen shared her discovery with her friends from the knitting group, and several of them also started including spinach in their diets, creating a small health revolution in her community. Helen's story teaches us that it's never too late to make simple changes that can have extraordinary impacts on our health and quality of life. But now comes the moment I promised at the beginning of the video. I'm going to reveal the secret that Helen discovered and that made all the difference in her transformation. You might be thinking, okay, I understand that spinach is good, but what's the special secret? Here it is. Helen discovered that consuming spinach together with a source of vitamin C potentiates the absorption of iron and antioxidants by up to 300%. But that's not all. She discovered that taking spinach in the morning, about 30 minutes before breakfast, maximizes nitrate absorption because the empty stomach allows these compounds to be converted more efficiently into nitric oxide. And here's the real secret. Helen combined her morning spinach smoothie with a few drops of lemon and a pinch of ground black pepper. The lemon provides the necessary vitamin C, and the piperine in black pepper increases the bioavailability of all nutrients. This simple combination transformed a common vegetable into a true elixir of youth. But there's more. Helen discovered that chewing some fresh spinach leaves before swallowing the smoothie activates enzymes in saliva that pre-digest the nitrates, making them even more effective. That's why she saw results that other people eating the same amount of spinach couldn't achieve. Now you understand why it was so important to watch until the end. Without this knowledge, you'd be missing 70% of the potential benefits. Helen didn't just eat spinach. She consumed it in the smartest way possible. And now you know exactly how to do it too. If this information was valuable to you, and I know it was because you stayed until the end to find out, please share this video with your friends, family, and people you care about. A simple share can be the beginning of transformation in someone's life. Don't forget to give this video a like. It helps us enormously to reach more people who can benefit from this precious information. And if you're not already subscribed to our channel, click the subscribe button right now. We're here to support your healthy aging journey, always bringing the secrets that make a real difference. Do you have a story of overcoming to share? Know someone who transformed their health in an inspiring way? Or maybe you yourself have an experience that could inspire other people. We'd love to hear your story. Send it to our email, seniorliferealities@gmail.com. Who knows? Your story might not be featured in our next video, inspiring thousands of other people. Thank you for staying with me until the end. This shows that you really care about your health and are willing to apply knowledge that can transform your life. Now, you have in your hands not just information about spinach, but the secret to maximize all its benefits. Use this information, put it into practice, and prepare to be amazed by the results. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any secrets that can change your life. Until the next video, take care of yourself and remember, you now know something that most people don't know.